How do, folks? David here, and it's another vlog style one, at least the start of it is. Not sure what I'm going to be doing tonight. We'll see when I get home, because unfortunately, yes, I am back at work, and that has been a shock to the system. Before I do anything else, quick update on what is going on with the Wizard's Retreat. Now, at the weekend, I popped down to his pop-up store. Not a huge amount there. I'll show you a quick picture. It's a very small area that he is working out of there. The stuff that has come in has essentially been stuff that had sold out and is reorders. So there are small amounts of a number of things, but it's certainly nothing like the full product range. As for reopening, that is going to take a little bit longer than had been hoped, mainly because at the moment here in New Zealand it is summer holidays and everyone is away on holiday, so the people that would be available to help out with progressing things just aren't there, so it's taking a little while longer. He is hoping for a reopen on a different premises sometime in February. That is his wish list. Where that is remains to be seen, but he is hopeful it is going to be not far from where his original premises were. It is not going to be back on the same site. The fire did structural damage to the building and one of the walls has actually buckled and it's no longer watertight. So there would be a huge amount of structural work to be done before that could be re-inhabited. It's just a non-starter. So that is where he is at. Now, like I say, what am I planning on doing tonight? I am not 100% certain. It is not going to be anything to do with speed paint. I am hoping it is going to be to do with vehicles and getting those put together, undercoated at the very least. And then, who knows, we shall see, or you shall see, in just a couple of seconds. Woohoo! I was not expecting this. I got home to a delivery. And yeah, I did say that I was going to be getting bases so that I could do the Loxatl. And you can probably tell that this is slightly larger than just bases. Let's have an unboxing. Yes, I fully appreciate that certain viewers do not necessarily appreciate the fact that I order stuff from Temu, but for an awful lot of Proxy miniatures, and certainly the larger ones, in terms of getting sort of knockoff resin prints and things like that, it certainly saves an awful lot of hassle. And like I say, down here they are our closest trading partners. So let's see what there is. Right, there is the basis for the Loxatl. So what I need to do is a prototype on how I am going to base and model them. I've actually been having a think about this, and because they've got that sort of ripper gun which is on their stomach, I'm wondering whether or not I should make one and make a mold of it. Yes, I know I've got to do the mold video as well. It's on the list, trust me, because I think I've got about 5 or 10 Loxatl to do. And I don't want to be scratch building each and every ripper gun. And I've got to do the ammo belts as well, so I've got to work out how to do that. Okay, there will be prototyping of Loxatl coming in the very near future. Bases for them. I think I know what these are. I think. Okay, there's not as many there as I thought there was. Oh no, there are quite a few. They're just all stuck together. Rare earth magnets so that Junior can start sticking his army onto the shelves for that storage case. Oh, that's a point. Here's a quick picture of the storage case itself. Yes, I showed you a picture of like all the stock and it had the storage case in front of it, but here's a close-up of the storage case itself. And from what I have been told, yes, that's his personal army, so it's not going off to the insurer. It was fine. So that storage case survived a close proximity to a shop fire. It was right up against the firewall that has buckled in the heat, and it has protected them, and there appears to be nothing wrong with the case. The only thing that kind of really came across was a lot of smoke, soot, superheated steam, because obviously when they were trying to put the fire out, that was getting poured into the shop, and that was coming across as well. They're pretty sturdy cases. Apart from the fact you can stand on them, I did not ask him to stand on it again just to show you. because after those kind of conditions, I would not necessarily want to trust something that had been in that high heat to still have its structural integrity, but it protected the miniatures at the point where they needed protecting, and that's good enough for me. Right, what else do I have? Right, I've got some boxes. One box, a smaller box. Oh, 4 boxes. Ah, that's right. Okay, I'll go box by box. Cunningly marked as D&D miniatures. No, they're not. Yep, I know what this is. This, and I'll take the side profile out so you can see it. That is kind of like a Lehman Russ. Now, I'll just grab one quickly to do a size comparison. Okay, so that's the Russ there. Okay, slightly different profile, but size is good. Side sponson, this is an AT72, so that needs a quick assemble and get an undercoat on it. I did say that for my Sabbat Worlds Chaos Army, not the Blood Pact, Sabbat Worlds Crusade Army, I was going to be looking at getting some armour for them, and it has arrived. And the good thing about it is that the profile is different enough from a Lehman Russ that I can actually call it an AT72. Next one. Now, you will have seen other creators have these from Temu on the table, and I'm not 100% certain that I am putting it together in the right order. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Valkyrie gunship. Yes, the Tanith are getting reinforcements as well. I really wanted to do a Marauder bomber because that's what the Laracel dropships were from the one where they were on Fantine, but I've had to go with whatever I could get, and the Fantine Echo are getting one of these. This is going to be a later project, and when I say later, I'm not talking about too much later. I am going to get the Chaos stuff out of the way first, but seeing as how Chaos have got a flyer, the Tanith needs a flyer as well. Which means I know what these two are, and these are both the same. Oh, you're beefy. Right, okay. I'll pop the turret on there. I'm not going to get everything out of the bag, but you can see that it is wheels. It is a 6-wheeled vehicle. Size-wise, definitely comparable to a Lehman Russ. Steg 8. Finally managed to find something that was appropriate, so really happy with that. Now, unlike the Stoke tanks, I am not going to be doing them in Blood Pact colours. I am going to be doing these in the colours of, I think it's the Ferozoican forces. These were the ones that attacked Vervenhive, and these were the ones that the Narmenian armour that Grismond was commanding went out and intercepted them and did their scissor tactics and cut them to pieces. So if I've got the Armenians, it's only fair that I've got the Zoikans to either have a go back or whatever it is. So there is going to be a little bit of a colour difference. It's not going to be so predominantly red. I think the Zoikan forces are more of a green colour, but it'll go in with their cultists. Sorry, I keep looking over here because this is where I've got their forces laid out, slightly off shot, in fact, here, just so you can see. So yes, there's going to be a little bit of a colour change in the army, but it's going to tie things in together, or at least that's the plan. Hopefully I've got enough light left to be able to get these cleaned up and get an undercoat on them. If not, that's going to be tomorrow. And yes, I did. Nothing special, but same undercoat, black on the underneath, grey on the top. It's going to be the same dab method of painting, but it's going to be Zoikan colours. And that is about all I've got time for before I try and get this video uploaded for tonight. More progress on those as it occurs. I will keep you posted on everything that is going on. Until then, toodle pip for now.